Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Remodel Handz with Mia, where I do all things DIY, furniture flips, renovation, whatever it is that I can pick up a tool, I do it. So today's video is a accent wall. I am making a board and batten wall for the stairs. This will be part one of my stairs makeover as I start to make over my childhood home. You know, I've been renovating. I kind of took a break and started doing other things, but we are full force in renovating the home again. So I hope that you all come along. If you like to see that type of stuff, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up. Here are what the stairs look like before we started the makeover. I'll show the entire stairs because these next two videos will be based on the stair makeover. I'm pulling up this carpet in the next one, but this is a 12-foot wall and I wanted to paint it first before I put down any new floors. And y'all can see my niece in this video right here. She stayed my entire time lecturing me on not to fall on the ladder.
You almost fell and it wasn't even on it. No, I didn't. Yes, you did.
Y'all hear her? Did y'all hear her? I love that little girl. She is hilarious, but she stayed this entire makeover and watched me do it. But right now, before it to begin, I am finding my studs in my wall to make sure that I am securing these nails good and these boards into the wall. I am using primed pine boards to do this makeover, and I bought about, I believe, 10 or 11 to do this 12-foot wall. I wanted the spacing to be a bit bigger, and so it saved me a lot on material. And I decided to go with not using an adhesive for this makeover because design changes, things that you like in your house changes over the years, and that would just be making it more hard to pull up, and it probably will damage the wall with using an adhesive. So this wall, it does not get a lot of traffic or a lot of people touching it because it is on the stairs. Most of the time they touch the railing before they'll touch the wall. So this, using a brad nailer, gives it enough to withstand the next few years and basically hold up. So to start this makeover, I decided to do the outside boards first so I can work my way in. And I'm just measuring the distance that I wanted my boards to be from each other. I wanted it to be an equal distance, but I didn't want it to be too close to the light in the middle. So that was key. But to begin with the vertical boards, you want to make sure that you are using a level to make sure your boards are level, because if you don't, it will mess up the horizontal boards. So my horizontal boards, I would just measure the row and you cut them all down to the same length. If you don't do that, if you don't make sure that your boards are level and in a straight line, then it will cause a lot more trouble. You'll have to do more cuts in the end, and nobody wants to do that. I did use a miter saw to cut these boards down, and that's basically all I needed. So I'm going to talk about why I use painter's blue tape to measure the distance between my boards. I basically should have just cut a piece of board, the distance that I wanted them to be apart, and use that. But I don't know why in my mind I was like, yes, this painter's blue tape was a great idea. It did make it slow me down a little bit, because I had to make sure everything was leveled and aligned when I could have just used that board. So I highly recommend using a board instead of painter's tape. But if you don't have a board or extra material that you can use, the painter's tape did work. I just measured it out and found the distance that I wanted. I am caulking in between the spaces after I completed this wall. I wanted to make sure that the gaps in the spaces you could not see, so this caulking is amazing. No, I guarantee you no wall is completely straight, especially when you're working with wood. Some are bold and crooked, so that's why you use the caulking to fill in those spaces and kind of make it look perfect. I want everything to look crisp and neat, so that's why I do use caulking to make sure that it gives that seamless look. It's not that you paint it and you see a gap in between it. So this helps so much better with the finished product. Guarantee that you don't want to miss this step. I am using my Wagner spray gun to spray paint this wall, and it saved me so much time. I sprayed this wall down in about 30 minutes, and this wall is actually huge, but it saved me so much time. I'm using the color Latitude by Sherwin to paint it, and it's kind of a light blue color. I didn't want to do anything too dramatic, but I wanted to add a little pop of something because the walls downstairs are gray. It might come off a little gray on camera, but it depends on what the lighting is or what you're really looking at. And you can see me going to get my respirator. The paint literally comes back on your face. I never spray painted inside the house, but this was my first time, so make sure that you wear some type of protective gear to do this. So the original plan was to change out this lighting completely, but when I went to the store, I went to Lowe's to pick up the light and they did not have it in stock. I couldn't find it in any store near me. I don't know if they discontinued it or what, but I know that I kind of just wanted to wait and get a light that I know I was gonna love, so I decided to just kind of update this one. I'm changing out the cover and I'm spray painting the base of it, so just because that glass part was so dusty. I don't know why we haven't cleaned it in so long, but it was dusty, so I decided to change out that glass part and just bought another one for about $6 or $10, and it just updated it so nicely. It will hold and do for now, but until I find the light that I love and want in this space. So this can be an affordable update if you just want to save money or wait until you find what you like. And here is the finished wall. I am so in love with this. I think it adds so much character into this space. But this is all for part 1 of the stairs makeover. Make sure that you come back next week when I reveal the complete stairs. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.